someday. Hey, good morning, everybody. We're missing somebody this morning. I just thought we'd go ahead and have a show anyway because two reasons. One, so I'd know it was Thursday, because otherwise I wouldn't know. And the other is just, I didn't want anybody to have withdrawal symptoms from not having a Thursday morning show. So we just thought we'd come along and chat just as always. We're going to talk a little bit today about transitions in business and changes in business, and then just answer questions of whatever anybody wants to talk about. So how are you guys this morning?
Peachy.
Peachy.
I don't know.
You can't be peachy. That's Georgia.
Oh, well then I'm buck-eyed.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know. I don't even know what a buckeye is, and I live in Ohio.
I do. I used to live in Ohio, but I don't know if that's why I know. I only know because we used to make the peanut butter ones.
Huh.
So it's just I don't know if it's actually a nut.
I guess.
Yeah. Something that comes from the tree. But we used to make peanut butter ones that look like peanut butter with chocolate covering. We used to call those. But I don't know if that's true or not, or real. So what are you up to this morning, Pat?
Well, I got up to greet you guys. I was wondering which one was going to play the role of the beard and which one was going to play the role of grumpy and dopey. And but there's just three of us, so we just got to be us, I guess.
So no Christmas tree this morning.
No. I only put that up for John.
Just for John.
Yeah, don't take it personal. I'm on a mission to kind of change John. I'm.
Oh, good luck.
Yeah, that's like a bond thing. But I do got orders actually last night. I got like four or five orders on eBay late last night that I have to get together. So it's always happy to have money coming in.
Yeah, I have a theory now. So my friend and I were talking about this because I have a friend now that's reselling, and she was saying that Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday are the most viewed days for eBay. And I have been kind of paying attention, and I feel like those are my best sale days most of the time. I usually don't do well over the weekend, and then by Sunday night it starts popping in. And then I just have stragglers through the week. But, that's not my biggest source of income. Amazon is. So.
Right.
But I was doing so well with all the shoes. I got them all listed and everything, had other stuff that I was getting done. But then I had to go back whole hog into Amazon again. I don't know if you can hear my dog eating right below me.
I was worried. We got a street sweeper going by outside. They do it like once a week. Of course, they do it when I don't want them to. So.
Right. I still can't see the chat, guys, but I'll work on that.
Right. We did have a question already, and it's probably something we should address. Is the new FBA change like? You can't cancel parcel orders.
Yeah, so if you're using Inventory Labs, you used to be able to, so you would get a sort of, when you were doing it in private mode, so you would finish, you would send in the feed to Amazon, and it would send back the suggested places that it was going to go. And so you were able to delete or accept any of those. So say you got 4 or 5 different shipments. You could say, I want to confirm this one or create. It would say create this one, and this one, and delete this one. And usually, if it was something you had to send one of somewhere, you might delete that one. But that's no longer available. And that's not Inventory Labs. That's, the way Amazon's doing it. But what you can do is just leave it. If you leave it and don't create it, but don't delete it. Well, you can't delete it anymore. There's no more delete button. You can leave it open, and then, in the next time that you're working on a batch, it can add to that batch. If it's some weird item, though, like I got one box going, and of course, it's not going to Charlotte. It's a single item. It's going to Redwoods, California. But I'm just going to go ahead and ship it. So it's going to cost me. Actually, I did my whole shipment last night, but I didn't complete that one because the UPS guy was coming. And that's probably going to cost me about $6, $7 to ship, but it just happens to be, it's not quite an oversized item, but maybe Redwoods is an oversized they might be considering it an oversize. And that'll probably cost me about $7, but I'm making about $18 on it, so I'm just gonna go ahead and ship it. It's not something I would normally want to do. I should have probably just left it open, but I don't have much oversized right now.
I had the same issue. Mine went to Salt Lake City, I guess, but it was only 2 items, and there was, I mean, it would cost me $5 something to ship it because it was super light. It wasn't an oversize. It's just how they routed it. So I sent it anyway because I'm still going to make $20 or $30 on that stuff, even though it was only 2 items. But it's part of doing business. And
yeah, and I pretty much always just send to wherever Amazon wanted me to send to. I don't ever pay extra to send it all to one warehouse. A lot of times lately, you see kind of themes. Like lately, I've been sending most of it to Charlotte. Like yesterday, I sent 351 to Charlotte, 32 to Virginia, and 1 to Redwoods, California.
I had to ship my first one to Florida 2 days ago.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of where I send in Florida.
That gets expensive from Pennsylvania. I mean, our rates are good, but it does get expensive from Pennsylvania to Florida. We have a warehouse here in Hazleton, which is only about an hour and a half away. And sometimes, I'm kind of shocked how cheap it is to send it there. A big box, $5 or $6. But when I shipped the box to Florida, it was like close to $20.
Yeah.
Are you using FedEx, UPS? What option are you using?
Yeah, UPS.
Oh, I always use FedEx for the heavier. But I don't know if it's a big difference. It's just it's a little more convenient the way I have to take the packages in.
Now, do you go through the Amazon website when you do it, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you use Inventory Lab, it sends you over to Amazon to complete your shipment and print out your lab.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't use Inventory Lab. I'm still a small guy yet.
But it's still, I mean, what he's saying is when you complete Inventory Labs, when you're ready, it shoots it over to Amazon. Then you switch over to Amazon and do it just like you do. But you can choose the UPS, what do they call it, partnered carriers. It's either UPS or FedEx. Okay. And I every once in a while when I see a UPS that looks more expensive than normal, I will switch over and you have to kind of start over. You have to click the button at the top to choose FedEx. And then you'll have to list again if it's all in one box, that kind of thing.
Do any of you guys sell food online at all on Amazon?
Mm-hmm.
A little.
Yeah.
Very little.
I was at, I don't know how big they are in the United States, but I just wanted to try it because I scanned the bag and I could buy it for $3.49 and they were selling for like $12. And I only bought 4 just to test the waters. And I was surprised how quick just in the past week. And, one good thing about them, you don't have to worry about returns because usually when they eat it, that's it.
Yeah, I actually just got a return. I mean, there's not supposed to be returns on food. They can't send it back. But I had an expensive return on a food type product the other day, which sucks. But
I had like $14 into it and I made probably about $12, but it's always in my mind that I have that $39.9, that $40 fee a month I have to pay. So I always want to make, if I can find small things like that, just one item that kind of just covers that, then it helps the rest. And again, I'm not at the level that you guys are selling, but I'm only selling about $1,000 a month, which is probably only about $225 a month profit. But my problem is scanning things. Is I'll get excited because it'll pull up on my phone, on Amazon, and then the little thing will come up, say restricted.
Yeah.
Now with grocery though, watch with grocery because it'll show
Pantry.
Pantry is usually the first one, and sometimes at the very beginning I would catch it and go, oh, I'm restricted. But if you scroll down and then there'll be the other listings that aren't pantry.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it also where you'll scan it and you have to pay attention because you'll say, oh wow, I can't believe they're getting that much, and then in the fine print it'll say pack of 2 or pack of 4.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gates
that's
Whitaker had a question. Getting an Amazon hub in their town, is there an option to just drop off a shipment, or do you have
Nope.
I wish there was, but there is
there
not.
is not.
You have to send it, and you have to send it where they want you to, unless you do your, you pay for that privilege, which I would never do, because what's it at, 20 cents? Something
Yeah,
an item.
it's for I think it's for the first pound though. If it's more than a pound, I've never used it, but it's per item.
Yeah.
Um,
So you're
I
paying
want to say it's
per item. I just
I
don't know.
want to say it's 20 cents an item, but I think if it's more than a pound, it might be a little more. There we go. I got the chat finally.
Okay. There was another question up above. Pay for BrickSeek or Inventory Lab first? Now, looking back, I know what I'd pay for first, and that's Inventory Lab. BrickSeek doesn't use the free version anymore.
Yeah,
If
I mean,
you use it.
so I believe with Inventory Labs, you get a 1 month free. It's been so long. I'm not positive on that. Do you remember, Steve?
I didn't see an option for
Okay,
BrickSeek.
so maybe there isn't then. And maybe there never was. I don't remember. I mean, now I pay for the year because you save. I think, you sort of get 11 months you get 12 months for 11 months fee if you pay by the year. But I wouldn't suggest that the first year either. Wait and make sure that you're going to keep doing it and whatever. But yeah, for sure, I'd pay for Inventory Labs. Now, I mean, the first 2-3 months, I mean, I did a different, Scott talks about he jumped right in and did all that right away, the professional account and the Inventory Labs. Well, I just started slow though.
Yeah, me
I
too.
mean, I still had my full-time job and was doing this on the side. And I started with just the regular account and then doing a spreadsheet. You have to track it somehow. You're just going to need that at the end of the year. And people really, in that February, March timeframe, people who are in their first year are always, oh my God, how do I figure this out? And it's kind of doable. The worst thing that I did was not pay for an app the first year to track my miles.
Yeah, I
And
did too.
I literally sat down with my receipts night after night and figured out. I mean, I tracked it occasionally, but just not every time. And that's your biggest deduction. So I spend the $50 on Mile IQ, or there's several different ones. I've only
use
ever used
QuickBooks
Mile IQ.
Self-Employed, and it has a mileage tracker right in it.
Yeah, so
But I'm already up to like 3,500 or 3,800 for the year in miles.
I don't remember what I am, but I mean, I'm
crazy.
Yeah, and even when I'm just going around Atlanta, because Atlanta, it has a big metro area. We're 50 miles. I can go 50 miles to the south, 50 miles to the east, and still be in Atlanta metro. So yeah, I pack on the miles. And my husband, keeps talking to me about getting the van or whatever. And I, the thing of it is, I'm running that Rev until the wheels fall off, because I have so many miles on it now, and you just, if you get a new car and you're putting 50,000 miles a year on it, it's depreciating pretty darn quick. But yeah, Debbie was saying her daughter made her a killer spreadsheet. It's very doable with spreadsheets, but once you get, you just start selling so much, you're really going to want Inventory Labs and see if
Especially
you're
I mean, like I use QuickBooks Self-Employed because it'll take care of all my eBay stuff. Now, Amazon's a different beast. So Inventory Lab will cover all that. But when you have more than one platform that you sell on, or more than one stream of income, you got to have a way to track all that stuff. And it's tough. And you'll lose track really quick.
Yes.
Now, with QuickBooks Self-Employed, I do it. I sit down once a month and make sure everything's right. And it takes me, I did it last night in 10 minutes, because you can set rules, you can do all sorts of things that make it. So if I buy something on my credit card at Walmart, I know that was a business expense, because and I can say what that expense was for and all that. I mean, it's great to have a program that does it for you. Spreadsheets are great if you know how to use them, but I have no clue. So I'd rather have a program that does it for me. And it's like,
well, and
$100 a month.
And it's, you know, a spreadsheet's great, but you have to really, you know, enter all the data.
Yeah, I'm not good at entering data.
Now, you said the QuickBooks Self-Employed. Does that, so does it attach to eBay and pull in your sales?
It attaches to PayPal. So
Okay.
any transactions with PayPal will go into it. And you can attach any credit card you want or any bank card you want to it. So all my credit cards are attached to it, and all my PayPal's attached to it, and it'll pull in all the data from there. Now, I don't know how it's going to work once PayPal's payments service is different, or eBay's, you know, when they go to Adyen. So I'm not sure how that's going to work, but we'll figure it out. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll have some way to pull it, just like a credit card or whatever.
Inventory Lab, can't you pull in other data from other sources? You can do that on Inventory Lab, right? I'm thinking about switching over. I'm pretty sure I saw that option where I'm not sure eBay itself, but you could track your eBay sales through PayPal that way. I think.
I did not. I don't know of that. I'm not saying it's not available, but I don't know of that. I do
use it.
I do the Easy Auction Tracker. And
yeah, I tried that, and I used it for the first year, and somehow I lost all my data.
Oh my gosh, did you not save copies of it?
All of it went away. I don't know what I did. So I just decided not to. I do like how it's all itemized and everything.
So I finally got it all caught up, you know, because you can pull 3 months at a time, you know, because eBay only goes back 3 months. So I'd been wanting to know how I did with my shoes and everything. And so I finally pulled it all in there. And then you enter manually your cost of goods and then your postage. So I enter all that in, and then I come to the end. It was like, what? I made $300? Like, I forget what the ROI was, really low. But then I glanced down through the shipping, and instead of putting $8.81, I had put $881.
Oh boy.
I had put for one item. I was like, okay, phew.
That's some expensive shoes or shipping anyway.
I know. Not even to China would it cost that much. But anyway.
Cindy Y says she doesn't want to do Amazon, but she has so much shampoo and stuff. She was thinking about selling it to Amazon sellers. I do a lot of that kind of stuff on Amazon, but I would obviously not. I mean, I buy at such deep discounts that it's very profitable for me. But
well, I'm guessing she might be a couponer or something. But the problem is, if you're selling it to another Amazon seller, they don't have receipts to show Amazon, so that might be a tough sell. I would try. You know, a lot of people in Atlanta are big couponers, and they list big lots on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure they make a lot of money doing it.
There's tons of those people around here, and they have yard sales, and they must be making good money at it because they consistent. I mean, there's a professional yard salers where they have it every week or every other week or something like that, and they must be making good money doing that. I pass by them. I mean, I don't pass by them. I still go to those yard sales because I know they have other stuff, but I notice a lot of penny items at yard sales now that I know how to do the penny stuff.
I was going to say, there's actually a lady that I helped teach how to do Amazon. And I always was impressed with her because she had this private Facebook group, and she was always selling, you know, all week long she'll post things, and people will say, you know, I want this, I want 2 of this one, whatever. And then she has a meetup on Saturday at the same time every week, and everybody comes and picks up their goods on that day. And she has real loyal followers and everything. But I used to think, how is she selling this for $2, you know? But now I realize too, I think a lot of hers were penny items as well, because I'm recognizing some of them as that. And there used to be the same thing with Toys R Us. When it was still on the shelf, but it should have been gone. I think theirs was 2 cents. I don't know. And I see that. Oh, do they? I never.
There's one of those two. I saw. I think it was Struggleville or maybe Flippin' Junk was talking about it at one point. And I know there's like, I don't know if it goes down to a penny, but it gets really cheap. But sometimes they have it like on the top shelf and it's supposed to be pulled and they haven't done it yet or something like that. But I didn't. I'm just not I enjoy chasing the pennies when there's something that I enjoy having. Most of it's not something that I want to deal with. But
oh my goodness. Okay, I'm a sell it. Just gave me my very first super chat.
$5.
I don't even know what to do with that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I just really wanted to back up for 1 second and finish when we were talking to Pat about the FedEx. So what you'll do is when you're in your shipment there, you can switch it over to FedEx and go back through putting in how many boxes, the weights, that kind of thing. And then you can check the price on that as well. Unless it's, you know, a good $2 or $3, $4 and I have several shipments or whatever, I usually won't change it because I have free pickup with UPS. But I know around Christmas time, I think I missed the timeline for UPS and I switched it over and I actually saved maybe $9 on the whole shipment because I had a pretty big shipment or maybe 3 of them. But then I did bring it over to FedEx, but the FedEx near me is open much later than UPS. So, you know, there's different reasons why you might want to use FedEx or UPS. And, you know, one of them is, like you said, Steve, it's easier for you to drop off than UPS.
It depends. I go, what was all that? I go to do my Monday rounds, and I usually send out my Amazon shipments on Mondays. We have porch pirates here, so it isn't going to stay on my porch while I'm gone.
Yeah.
So, Office Max has a bigger area than the local place that takes UPS. So I take it all to Office Max and drop it off there. It depends on how much I'm selling. Now, this week I actually did UPS because it was a smaller shipment, lightweight boxes, and it's more convenient mile-wise to take it uptown than it is to drive 20 miles. But I'm going 20 miles anyway, so I take it. And FedEx tends to be a little bit cheaper for me every time because I'll switch through and see which is cheaper. So that's why I choose FedEx, but it might be different for other people.
Yeah, which you know, like I said, you can check and see. You don't, you know, once you've looked at the price of UPS before you purchase the shipping, you can check.
My biggest mistake is accidentally clicking UPS, and then now I feel obligated to take all my boxes to the same place because I don't want to make 2 trips, you know.
Well, yeah. I mean, there are times, okay, so we have a local hub, I guess you'd call it. And it's about 6 miles from the house, or maybe, yeah, about 5, 6 miles. And they used to be open 9 to 12 and 4 to 7 to the public. You know, they're running all day with their own stuff or whatever. It's not a big hub. It's like a sub hub. I don't know what you call it. And, you know, they were open till 7. So my guy used to come usually around 6:30. But if all of a sudden it'd be like 6:40 and he hadn't come, because every once in a while they wouldn't come, especially during Q4, then I would throw him in the back of the truck and run over there so I could get him out that day. Because for mine, they would go from Ackworth to Doraville overnight, and then the next day they would ship out from Doraville. So if there's something I really want out as quick as possible, I would drive to Doraville, and that's a good 23 miles maybe, and right in the heart of all the what they call Spaghetti Junction in Atlanta. It's where all the freeways meet, and it's not easy to just run over there, but I would just make my day like you with your rounds, you know. Then I would say, okay, I'm going to go to Doraville, and then I'm going to head out to Norcross or somewhere further than that to go shopping for the day. So it's not like I would usually run to Doraville and then come home. But yeah, now they stopped doing the afternoon. They stopped being open in the afternoon. So I did a video a couple weeks ago, and it was like one Friday afternoon. We were so excited because now I have a new UPS guy, and he comes at 5 o'clock on the dot. Although now he's been coming just a little bit later. He's a brand new guy. And I would, I lost my train of thought. Sorry, I looked at the chat. So, okay, so it's Friday afternoon. I was so excited that we were done at 5:10 with all our boxes. And I got everything out in the driveway because I have a long driveway down. We're almost at the end of a dead-end street. And then I would leave my boxes sort of right outside my garage door in the back of the house. So it's not like somebody's going to come by and grab them. And I don't usually leave them when no one's going to be home because usually my husband's home. But anyway, we've got them all out in the driveway. I was all excited. And then I looked at Carla and I go, did we call for UPS pickup today? And I was like, oh no, because that was Memorial Weekend and they wouldn't have come until Tuesday. So I hopped on Google and I said, where's the last pickup for UPS near me? And it turns out one of the UPS stores I called her and she's like, usually it has a pickup at 6:15. So I ran them over there. So I did get them out Friday instead of Tuesday.
That's an important point too, because there's times like I know that the FedEx guys don't pick up from Office Max over the weekend, so there's no point in me dropping it off late on a Friday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
They pick up at 4:00 every day from that Office Max, so I know that I have to get my packages there before 4 on a Friday if I'm dropping off on a Friday, or it's going to sit there all weekend.
Yes.
The UPS place is 2:00 every day. So I know I have to get it there before 2 or it's going to go up. And they're not open on the weekends. So I know it's the same thing. So it's important, I think, to know when your UPS pickups are, not just drop things off and hope for the best, because that's what I used to do.
Yeah.
It's FedEx. They run every day. Well,
right.
Depends on where they're picking up.
Right. And so if you drop off, like you were saying, at the UPS spot that doesn't get picked up, they've already been picked up for the day. It's not even going to go out till maybe late the next day because, like you said, if the pickup's at 2 or at 4 and you're dropping it off at 6:00, it's not going to go out for a whole 20 hours later.
And that works for eBay as well because a lot of people send out shipments FedEx or whatever. And it's important to know when those, because you don't want to get a ding on your account because I printed the label today and I sent it to the FedEx. They're not going to scan it till the next morning or late the next afternoon sometimes. So,
hey, Sue, I stepped away for a second. You got that super chat, right?
Yeah, I did. My first one ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I don't know if people know, but they click on that little money emoji and then they can send the channel money to support the channel and stuff. So, congratulations on your first super chat.
Thanks.
You're outdoing me, Sue. I've never got one. Of course, I never go live. You have to go live to get super chats.
I know, and I don't do that too much. And usually I do it with Jared. That's not the most exciting.
Sue, you see what happens, Sue? You no beard and you get paid.
But I just wanted to make one more comment about the drop-offs. So one nice thing about Staples, so at least here, yeah, I think everywhere, Staples only takes UPS now. A lot of them used to take both, but I know now Staples is only UPS, and I think is Office Depot, Office Max only FedEx? I think so, but I'm not positive.
And I know this because I messed up one day and took a UPS package to Office Depot. She's like, I had 3 or 4 FedEx, and then one of the shipments I forgot to switch it over to, because UPS is the default on Amazon. It's the if you don't change it. So I was so embarrassed. Okay.
I got my second one, Wyatt Earth. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to take my husband out to breakfast.
I might need a couple more super chats, but whatever. Well, Amazon takes what, 30% or something? Or
yeah.
He's a cheap date, a biscuit and a sweet tea.
They take 30%, so that's nice.
You can get yourself a glass of water and him a cup of coffee, maybe.
Oh, they're rolling in now, Lord. Oh, thank you.
See, Sue, I come in. I'm your banker.
Oh my gosh, $5 from Debbie. I'm just floored. Okay.
Can you see the comment on Debbie's, or you want me to read it?
I do. And Debbie, I will be there. And I just talked to thank you, Lisa. So Debbie, I will be in Austin Wednesday. I don't know what time we'll get there Wednesday, but the green room only dinner is on Wednesday night. And then I will be there Thursday, but then I will be leaving Friday. So if you want to meet up, see if you can get in touch with me and maybe we can meet up on Thursday, even if it's later in the day. I think Thursday night is the pinball place. I don't know what you call it. I think I sent you the itinerary. And if anybody wants the itinerary, you can just email me at shesellsbysue@gmail.com and I'll send you that. There's also, oh my gosh, Tiffany, $9.99. I appreciate it. She says, thanks for all you do for the community. There is a Facebook page, and it is the Green Room Meetup Austin 2019. And anybody can, you have to ask to join, but anybody can see that, and there'll be information about the goings on. Everything's on the itinerary already. And it's mostly, there's no conference or anything this year. The first few years they did it, it was just kind of a meetup. The guys who are in charge are really into fitness and stuff. So like one morning there's a kickball game, there's walks that we go on. We're going to see the bats on the bridge one night. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that. Have you heard of it?
I have.
Okay, so there's a bridge in Austin, and literally tens of thousands of bats live under this bridge in the daytime. And every night around dusk, they all come out to feed. And the first year I watched it, we got there a minute or two late as it was starting, and it's literally 8 or 9 minutes of bats flying out under this bridge, massive. And then you see them for like a mile away. So then the last time I went though, DG Picker, $1.99 for future penny items, which I still haven't found my first penny item.
So he's saying 199 future penny items.
199 penny items. Yeah, that guy's awesome. It is really, it's really amazing. But when you pass through, oh yeah, well, I'm gonna stop and see Javis sometime. I knew it was somebody in the chat talked about Gaffney. And last time I drove by, I took a picture of that big peach, but I didn't get it into my video. I don't think I did anyway. Because there's a huge, huge peach up on a pole in Gaffney. All right, where was I? Oh, the bats. Yeah, so we're going to see the bats. I think that's Friday night. But the second time I saw them, it wasn't as massive, but it was still, it's a solid 5 or 6 or 7 minutes. So people descend on the area. It's a well-known thing. I mean, there's even like a bat monument or something. So yeah, there's stuff we do outdoors every day. And then they have a list of like thrift shops where people are meeting up. They do a garage sale caravan every year on Saturday morning. I think we meet up at Whole Foods, and usually one of the guys is real big into merch, and he talks about merch. There's a big room upstairs at Whole Foods, and so anyway, there's a whole list of stuff to do, and the public's invited to everything except the Green Room dinner. The dinner is just for Green Room members, and we're going to some famous barbecue place that's all you can eat barbecue. Now, I don't know if that's it for everybody, but we have, I think, a room in the back, and it's going to be all you can eat barbecue. So if you want to join us for that, you have to join up to be a Green Room member. But here's the thing, I just started a diet Monday, so my all you can eat, I'm not going to get my money out of my all you can eat.
Hey, Sue, I got a quick question for someone in the chat. On your page, do you have a contact, like a P.O. box, if someone wanted to send you something?
No, I really don't.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, you send me an email and maybe we can figure something out.
Yeah.
Oh, a big peach postcard. Oh, Taco Deli. We are definitely going to Taco Deli. That's on the list of meetups. But now Torchy's, I don't know if that's on the meetups list, but I'll definitely be going to Torchy's as well.
I just want to see you do a dopio or whatever they call those things.
I never did that. I guess I could try.
Bam.
Yeah.
I want to hear you do that.
All right, we'll definitely do that because I'm flying to Dallas and I'm gonna see my sons. They moved to Dallas, him and his wife, in Bearded Picker. He said Torchy's is a must. So yeah, I'm gonna see my son's new place. Sorry, my husband's coming home from his.
That's all right.
Merlin's going out to meet him. I'm gonna fly to Dallas, and then Joey and I are gonna drive over to Austin and stay a couple days, and then I'll go back to his place for the weekend. I don't know what my point was there. Merlin made me lose my train of thought. I forgot what we were talking about.
Doppio.
Oh, Doppio. Yeah, so my son's really into coffee, so we will definitely go get a Doppio and try that. Oh,
I guess it's like a real strong coffee or something. Or
yeah, I think it's like even maybe stronger than an espresso. Or
I know they only
just,
have like that much in a cup.
Yeah, it's like a shot. Yeah, I like coffee and I like black coffee, but I don't know. I'll have to have that early in the morning or I won't sleep all night.
Well, if I'm ever in Austin, I'm going to try one.
Just Me Kathy says, thanks, Sue, for all your videos and always being so kind to answer questions. Really appreciate that. I do enjoy that. Oh, I'll have to show my new tattoo when I get back from Austin. Lots of people leave Austin with fresh ink. Nah, that won't be me.
Just draw one.
Yeah, maybe I could do a fake one. There you go.
Temporary tattoo with
a temporary tattoo, the henna tattoo, something like that.
That's not a side of you that we'll see, Sue.
I'm not into tattoos. I do have one kid that's a tattoo person. And
yeah,
really.
I always ask, is that going to be your last one?
Someone pointed out that Scott doesn't have a wrench. He must be a troll.
Oh.
I have a wrench. I don't think you have too many wrenches handed out yet.
I don't, and I really don't do that many live. I can't remember. I know I have a couple people who are, and I don't know if I can do it right now, but anyway. Don't worry, Scott. I'll make you a wrench.
we'll trust him today, even though he didn't show up.
Yeah, am I correct? Am I correct that there won't be a show on Tuesday either? Correct, on Scott's channel.
There's not supposed to be, but we could do it on your channel or Pat's channel if we want to do it too.
I would like to see Steve do it instead of no beard edition.
I have no idea how to do that.
Beards allowed.
It's not hard. I can do it again if you want. It doesn't matter.
Or maybe we'll talk about it and we'll make some sort of announcement somewhere.
Okay, that sounds a little better, Serena. Serena, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Try an affogato. You drown a scoop of gelato in a shot of espresso. That sounds way better than the Doppio.
Scott says he thinks he'll be here Tuesday, and he was tearing up about the loss of a wrench.
I don't know, Scott. If you tell me how to do it while I'm live, I don't mind.
You click on the three dots to the right, and you make him a moderator or add moderator.
Oh, Scott's jumping on the call. Here we go.
No, I'll be live Tuesday.
All right.
Okay.
I know you had talked about maybe not. So
yeah, y'all misread my communication. So I told y'all I was gonna do a show today and not do one Tuesday, and Pat got it backwards, and then Sue said, "Well, I'm gonna go live then if you don't care." I'm like, "Oh, what the hell? I'll do one Tuesday. It's fine." So
we all misunderstood. Sorry.
So Michigan Girl has donated $5 to the breakfast fund. Now I'm gonna have to take my husband out to
you can go to
place.
Hey, Scott, she's bringing in the money today. She got her first super chat actually today, and they've been rolling in. So good for Sue. She's making more money than she is doing Amazon.
I don't know about that, but I might maybe more than eBay today. I only sold one thing on eBay so far today.
Yeah, I was going to go to the Highway 70, but the chance of rain this morning, on one end of it's 80%, on the other end of it's 60%, and by the afternoon it's 90% on both ends. I'm like,
well, did you get a chance to sleep in this morning, Scott?
No, she's got a doctor's appointment, so I had to have a short show anyway. So I've got 15 minutes, and I've got to take her to the doctor.
Sometimes it's nice to take a day off. Yeah, we do this every Tuesday and Thursday, and there's times where it can get a little daunting.
I've been up since 5:30, so no, I didn't take a day off.
Whew. Yeah, actually, I got to bring my mom to the doctor this morning too, so I was going to end at 9 as well. So
I was trying to get Pat to put on the beard this morning, and he wouldn't do it.
Nah, I said only Scott can pull that off.
I don't know where in the world I'll be Tuesday, but it'll be a hotel somewhere.
So, who is it? Javis is saying there's a 2 sale in I'm not sure what that is in South Carolina this weekend. If he's just saying is there a big sale, one of those long garage sales in South Carolina maybe?
Yeah, there's about 60 of them. So
yeah, it looks like, yeah, we're supposed to go up to the mountains and it's supposed to rain as well.
I mean, the Facebook is saying there's going to be a lot of people rain or shine, but I don't need the inventory for eBay, and it'd be miserable up there. I mean, we're not supposed to get rain. We're supposed to get 4 inches in the next couple of days.
Yikes.
So
Yeah, we might have an inside weekend. We'll see.
Oh,
We're supposed to have good weather. We actually might have our yard sale this morning. Morning, Johnny.
good morning,
Hey, Joni.
everybody.
She's coming
Hey.
out. Hey, Joni.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Getting ready to go to yet another doctor's appointment, but it's okay.
Good luck with that today.
Oh, thanks. It's just a family doctor appointment, so it's not a big deal.
Oh, okay.
Hope everybody has a great day.
You too.
Thank you. You also.
it's going to be rain.
Thank you.
What time are we leaving?
I'm leaving now.
Oh, I don't have to go?
No.
Sweet. All right, then, cool.
Bye, Joni.
Bye.
I really get the day off.
I'll have another one at 2 if you want to go to that one.
Okay.
So we were talking at the beginning, Scott, about the new shipping the new rules with shipping, how you can't delete a shipment anymore.
Yeah, and I took advantage of that. I probably one of the reasons why it was Inventory Lab made it so easy to delete a shipment and just not check one. It just means that if you want to, inventory placement is your only option now to cut down on some of it. But there's everybody just misleading about inventory placement. It only guarantees all of one item goes to one warehouse. So you can have 6 items and like 3 of each and get 6 warehouses.
Yeah.
Even with inventory placement. So
But you can use that option to just leave that one open and add to it later.
if you buy 18 of an item, though, you're good. So just buy more.
I noticed it seems like if I have 20 or more or so, it always goes to the same place.
Yeah.
But then it takes longer sometimes because then once it gets to the warehouse, it'll go different places. But I sent 98 of an item in last week, and only 57 of them are live. So the rest of them are probably see transfer.
I mean, that's a big problem I see. I hear it talked about Amazon people a lot is, it takes longer. It does it. If you're at a point where you're dependent on that item to sell at the price that you're sending in immediately, you're doing something wrong. You should have inventory going in all the time. It shouldn't matter when it gets there. If you're making good buys, if you're buying stuff, if you anticipate a price drop, I mean, it's not going to matter if you get it in there 5 days or 11. The price is still going to drop, so you need to be patient. Nobody exercises any patience anymore with Amazon, and it's frustrating because they've got to go, oh my God, I've got to sell it right now, even if I make $1. I mean, it's just crazy.
Well, I have some items in there that they were selling great at the beginning, and now it's slowing down because everybody else is lowering the price on them. Well, I'm just gonna hold on to it because they're still. I mean, the dates are 2020 or something. I mean, there's no hurry to sell that stuff. So why lower the price now when everybody else comes on the listing? Let it ride.
Yeah, I'll throw Shane under the bus. Shane made a video about an item, and then the price dropped, and he was the main price dropper and took the item down to like $35. It's currently selling for $80. He wanted out for some reason. I don't know why. But patience. I've been listening to Gary Vee talk about that a lot too. Where society tells you got to have it now, you're going to be just dead in the water if you don't sell it today. eBay people are just as bad. They'll get something to find a good deal on it, and they'll go, well, I'll take $5 less if I sell it right now, and then everybody falls them down because they can't. You can't be patient and go. It's just
Just remember when you're researching your eBay solds, you're going by what actually people were taking. That doesn't necessarily mean that's what you're going to get for it, or what you can get for it. And I'll tend to price towards the higher end of the solds.
Me too.
Over.
Let me just say thank you again to Just Me Kathy. Just because I'm sweet, she sent me $1.99. Thanks. But I wanted to say too about shipping in with Amazon. I mean, for a while there was just a craze of the questions on how do I get it all to go to one place? How do I get it all to go to one place? How do I save money on it? Well,
You're not.
I pretty much always send just what they tell me. I mean, occasionally I just used to cancel one to like San Bernardino because it's across the country and they just took forever to I will send to California, but that one in particular I never liked. But here's the thing, if you're sending every week, every Monday, every Thursday, whatever, once a week, and you've got a steady flow going in, it's not a crisis if something takes a couple days longer. So, and here's the thing, yesterday, like I said, I sent 359 items to Charlotte, and then I sent 36 to Virginia. Well, those in Virginia are going to go live faster because they don't have to transfer anywhere. So it's great to get a shipment all to go to Charlotte, cost me less or whatever, but it takes a little longer to get out there. So I think it's sort of one, can't think of the term, half a dozen, six of one, half a dozen of the other. So
if you're using inventory placement, it isn't any cheaper in the long run because you're paying per item to get that stuff to go. I think it's actually more expensive to do it that way.
Yeah, I've done the numbers. It washes most of the time. It's pretty, as long as you're not doing oversized. If you're doing oversized or things that are more than a couple pounds, it starts costing pretty quick. But I use inventory placement when I'm on the road, and I turn it off when I'm at home. And just because you're in a hotel room, you're trying to get one, it's much easier. Like next week when I'm on the road, I'll have inventory placement on all week. I'll ship every day because I don't have the luxury of dragging stuff home. I'm actually flying this time, so, and renting a car, so there's no box to come home because I'll have to ship it home if I want it home.
I have to rent a U-Haul.
I've never even used inventory placement on the road, but because I usually don't have more, but I don't do live shipments either, Scott. So we're different in that way too.
Yeah, I do live.
I do the private.
I usually end up with usually max 3 places, but often just 2.
Yeah,
you just never know.
Yeah, the one I always cancel was there's a warehouse up in Washington State that seems to be the slowest. Yeah, it's slow. Not only
it takes forever to get there because it's all the way across the country.
And then once they get it, I don't know what they do with it.
They have to pull it in by horse and buggy.
So I cancel that one a lot, but I guess now, welcome to Washington.
I'm knock on wood, I haven't had that one for a while, but I've had Sacramento, or is it Sacramento? San Bernardino. There's a few out there that I have to send to.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. The ones in Phoenix are generally pretty quick.
Actually, Phoenix, that's the one I've been getting more than California now.
I get Phoenix 6 a lot.
I've been getting that one a lot too.
But I don't usually ship a whole lot there. Like one of this, one of that, one of that, one of that. Like 35 things, one of each. So.
Yeah, the only way to have done everything I've read, this program is gone. There used to be a premium placement where it was about $1 more an item over inventory placement, but you got to pick at the warehouse, so you can pick the one closest to you and send it in, and your stuff would go live like immediately.
But I thought you could choose your warehouse, or they give you a choice of a few, but it's not necessarily the one you get.
Because they give you choice of warehouses that are not they're not fulfillments. They're not transitional warehouses. So your stuff will go there. I mean, it might get moved at some point, but the whole thing is you'll immediately go live.
I'm hoping that because Euclid, the old Euclid Mall. I don't know if you're familiar with that, Sue.
Really?
It's going to be allegedly an Amazon bought that. So
yeah, I've seen that too. Down here, I've seen that, Steve. So that's got to be.
Hopefully, I'll be able to send shipments there, but it could be a transitional warehouse. It could be. I don't know what it's going to be, but the old Euclid Mall is going to be and that's like only an hour from here, an hour and a half maybe. So that would be.
The very first year I was on Amazon, I used to ship to Chattanooga a lot, but I never do anymore. That's the closest one. Now I shipped quite a bit. I want to say, okay, for Just Me, Kathy. So yes, I drop off at Staples when I'm on the road, or a UPS if there's a hub, and you know, or I don't like the UPS stores as much. I swear, every UPS store when I'm on the road has a curb. You gotta. They never have like the handicap ramp right there, or you have to park. I mean, there's one near here that has stairs in front of the UPS store.
Oh, that's
So I tend to like Staples better.
that customer center and down near Six Flags is awful. They've got the trailer out in front of it. You have to take everything into the trailer. Oh my God, in Atlanta.
Oh, that one I haven't been to. Well, I'm talking about just the stores, like the UPS stores. But I don't think I said this because when we were on that discussion about UPS and FedEx and whatever, I meant to say this. But Staples is open on Sunday, and when I'm out of town, like when I was in Austin and doing RA in Austin, I was flying, so I had to get everything out, and I the green room event ended Saturday, but I was, still shipping on Sunday morning. I think my flight was Sunday afternoon, but I was able to drop off at Staples, which is great to be able to do that. So that's another reason I do like Staples, because you can drop off on Sunday there.
I'll go ahead.
Oh no, it wasn't anything important.
I was going to tell you because of that, Sue. I'm staying next week till Monday so that I can wrap everything up Monday, and my flight's Monday at 5, so I've got all day. No matter where, I don't have any pressure to get back towards the airport or anything. I can send everything in Monday and do everything I need Monday, and kind of just easily get to the airport. And so
you say that, but my son and I always do a trip every year for a week. He takes me for my birthday to Source for a week, and I mean, I have some stories. I'm not going to tell them this morning. I don't even have enough time. But I mean, we've been in Dallas before he lived there, in the parking lot of the UPS center right next to the airport, wrapping boxes to try and get him on his flight. Oh my God. We always say we're going to take some time to do, touristy stuff. And we're always on the way to the airport. Dropping off packages.
I had a FedEx shipment. It was before I was into Amazon. I was doing eBay, and I ran out of tape at home, so I had to go to Walmart and buy tape. I'm in the Walmart parking lot taping the hell out of this box. It was crazy. People are looking at me.
See, I'm telling you right now, if you've not had to hook up an inverter to a car and do a shipment in a UPS parking lot, you're not living.
And why a hotspot from the phone to the laptop, and I couldn't get it to work one time, and I had to do the cord, from the phone to the craziness. But it's fun. It's
yeah. I have an inverter underneath the passenger seat of the minivan just for whatever happens.
I'm gonna have to get one. I mean, being on the road as much as I have been lately, I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, Debbie, green room meetup is at 6/26 or whatever that week is. I'm flying to Maine next week, so I'm gonna spend all week sourcing, come back and spend a week here, and then Harlan and I are driving to Austin. I'm gonna come back, rest 2 weeks, and I'm gonna take I'm gonna take 14 days to drive to Vegas, because I might drive past Vegas right on to LA.
Every time I'm in the car, I listen to Sirius Radio. The two songs that come up most are On the Road Again, and then Prisoner of the Highway, which was Ronnie Milsap. These are my songs.
Yeah, you're gonna be tired at the end, Scott.
Yeah, by the time I get back because I was trying to figure out, on the show Tuesday, how the hell am I gonna get back from Vegas, then try to do the Highway 127 yard sale. And Lori's carrying on in the background. You don't get out of the hotel till the second. I'm like,
right.
Okay, I guess I'm staying in Vegas. It don't matter.
There'll be that sale next year. And there's probably other ones too.
There's probably one on the way.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to. I think I'm gonna go when I get to Oklahoma City. I'm gonna hang a right and go up through Wichita, and I think through Denver, the Salt Lake City, and then decide whether I'm going from there. How much time it takes, so I can come back I-40 and have a different stuff for that huge section. Because that's a secret to trips, guys. If you're planning trips, long trips, plan them in a circle. Even if you got to go out of your way a little bit, so you can have a. You don't want to go and come the exact same way, because, I mean, you're going to look at the same stuff. I mean, the chances of. So that's why I'm gonna get up to I-70, either that or I'm gonna come back I-70. One or the other, it doesn't matter, because once you get to St. Louis, you can drop down it towards. So.
Oh, I've always done really well in St. Louis area. Not right in St. Louis, but that I know I said this on the show before, and somebody helped me out with it. There's a city to the east in Illinois. I think it starts with F, but anyway, right around there, and then a little north going into Illinois. We've always done really well there, because my son used to own a drift racing event, and I used to run the ticket booth, so I loved it because, he paid my way out to wherever it was. There was one in Vegas, in St. Louis, in Virginia, and then Atlanta. I was just home, but so I always used to stay 2 or 3 days and we'd source after that. And I always did well in St. Louis.
Yeah, they're asking me if I'm a Cubs fan because of my Cubs hat. You guys got to realize I'm old. And in the 80s, when cable first came out, I know Sue remembers it. When cable first came out, it's not like now where you've got 500 channels. You got to like 30 channels, maybe between 20 and 30 channels. And it was amazing going from 3. And it seems like every cable system got TBS and WGN, and because they were the big super stations at the time. And every afternoon I'd get home from school, WGN would be on. Harry Carey would be calling a Cubs game, and so I watched. In middle school and high school, I just watched a ton of Cubs games because you get home, the baseball game's on, and so I became a Cubs fan because of watching them every. And
if you're young and you don't know before cable, it started in Atlanta. Ed Turner.
Yeah.
I did.
Let's give TBS one of these today.
And I remember when it started, people were like, "Who would pay for television?"
We didn't for years. And the reason I became a Detroit Tigers fan is because I had to listen to AM radio, and the only channel I could get. You could get the Indians sometimes, and you could get the Pirates sometimes, but Detroit had a really powerful AM station, 760 WJR, and so I'd listen to the Tigers games, and that's how I became a Tigers fan.
Yeah, TBS sucks. I try not to watch it as little as possible. They're the ones behind the Ben 10 IPs here lately. Because
you can't even find that listing anymore.
They took down half of them. Ben 10 is owned by TBS, and it was somebody in an office somewhere who, instead of doing the brand registry and everything like they're supposed to, just filed IP claims against just thousands of sellers because you had sold a Ben 10 item.
And then they said it was a mistake, but then the listing disappeared and you couldn't.
Yep.
And everything went in stranded. You got it all back, and I got all my stuff back, but that was weird. Why would they say? I messaged the lady. It was Wendy, I think, or something. I don't remember, but I messaged them, and she's no, it was a mistake. And then all of a sudden, everything went to stranded, and now you can't even find the listings. They're gone.
I just ran across a good one the other day, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and buy it and sell it on eBay. So.
Oh, yeah, I've been selling them on eBay, and I'm doing okay with them. They don't sell nearly as fast, but I'm getting almost the same money.
I know, they're still pretty good money.
Yeah.
I guess they will be because now people are buying them on Amazon. So, all right. Well, it's 9 o'clock, and I'm going to have to head out, take my mom to the doctor. So I think we're going to close up for today. But does anybody have any last-minute thoughts or suggestions? What's everybody doing this week?
I have a very important event that I have to get to too. It's called a rummage sale on a Thursday. And I'm already an hour late. So.
Uh-oh, good luck. Hope you get a lot of stuff, Steve.
It's the type that they don't advertise very well. So it's not a big deal. And then it depends on the year. Sometimes I do super well there and sometimes nothing. So we'll see.
Oh, so do they have it more than once a year?
No, they only have it once a year, but they never advertised, and they've never had it on a Thursday before. I don't know what's going on with Thursdays this year, but I'll take them.
Yeah.
Everybody's at work.
Yeah, that's true. What are you up to today, Scott?
Trying to get everything I've got here out because I'm leaving. I'm leaving for a week. The one thing I just say it again: patience. You got to understand where to be patient, where not to be. I know there's a lot of good stuff in a couple stores that I'm chasing, and so I bought plane tickets to go next week because they're not going to be there by the time I can get around to doing this again. So you need to understand, exercise patience in dealing with prices and dealing with that kind of stuff, but then you need to throw patience out the window if there are deals out there that you can go get, because these deals are, people blame Brickseek, they blame Walmart, they blame whoever, but you got to realize a lot of these things are just found by normal people find these deals, and so when there's clearance, when there's something out there, that's the time to throw patience to the wind. Do what you can to get it done, and then on the other side of it, sell smartly.
Yeah. Be patient, but be flexible too.
Yeah,
Matt, what are you up to today?
I got to go. My son he graduates next week, so they do the scholarship announcements today. So I have to go to the school.
Very good.
So yeah,
Cool.
And then the weekend I'll be out. We're do the flea market. We're gonna probably hit up 3 flea markets.
So does he know if he's got any scholarship, or is it new to him too today when they announced?
He knows he got one. That's because when he went to Michigan, but
Right.
he could get something else. But we never went because my older son never applied for none of that. So my younger son's more aggressive and stuff like that. So we're going to that tonight.
We're going to a graduation tomorrow. What is it? Tomorrow night? It's my wife's nephew, and he's valedictorian. Well, the funny thing is, valedictorians have to give speeches, and I've never heard this kid say a word. So it's going to be interesting.
Oh boy.
Yeah, the scholarships are out there. People just don't apply for enough of them. Jacob's on an 80% ride, and it's just because his mom made him apply to a bunch of schools, and then once he got accepted, he started filling out all the paperwork, and he's got. We've only paid for 20% of his college here in state.
There's apps out there you can use to find scholarships, and it'll find everything.
Yeah, because there's tons of them.
I forget what it was, but we used one that told us everything. It tells you everything he qualifies for and all that stuff, and it's amazing. That my niece was she's in Alabama now, and even though she had a full ride to Alabama, but it didn't cover a lot of other stuff, and so she got a lot of these miscellaneous scholarships that covered a lot of stuff. So make sure these kids are applying. There's a lot of money out there.
Sure. And start early. All right. So sorry we messed up, Scott. I thought you had no show today.
Better than think I care.
Thanks everybody for watching. I wasn't sure if anybody was going to come out or not, so really appreciate it. And I guess we'll see you Tuesday on Scott's channel.
Oh yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Live from Maine.
Live from Maine. There you go.